Who among us can live without being criticized? Of course. To live without being criticized means to say nothing, to do nothing, and to be nothing. Although we are aware of this fact, very few have the skills to respond to criticism and deal with this matter efficiently, which ensures continuous progress and development. In this video, we will learn about 3 main types of criticism and how to deal with them, as well as 5 ways you can respond to criticism. First, irrelevant criticism. This type of criticism is perhaps the most widespread, as some are only interested in criticizing everyone and everything, and we find them throwing their comments to others that are sometimes irrelevant to the current situation. For example, someone criticizes the clothes of his co-worker who asked him to give him his opinion on the work he has finished. Such criticism does not deserve to be answered or given any importance. In fact, ignoring such criticism is the best way to overcome them. Second, destructive criticism. This type of criticism comes in the form of a direct attack on the person and his personality, where the critic often uses frustrating phrases that devalue the individual and lead to the killing of his personality. Phrases like, "You are a stupid person," and "You have no competence," "You are selfish and arrogant," all point to destructive criticism. So if you encounter such criticism, make sure that there is something wrong with the criticism and that there is something wrong with the person making the criticism. A truly conscious person never resorts to the use of hurtful phrases for the purpose of criticism. In such situations, you should not take these criticisms seriously and have the confidence to ignore them without allowing them to influence you. Third, constructive criticism. It is a criticism that aims to correct a mistake or defect and offers a new learning experience for the person. Effective constructive criticism uses what is known as the sandwich technique. It is a technique in which the content of the criticism to be communicated is placed between 2 positive statements, just as the meat placed between the 2 pieces of bread in a sandwich is done. For example, constructive criticism can come in the form of a statement like this: "I really appreciate you how diligent and quickly you work, but I think you should be more careful. You forgot to send me the required file with the email, and I made some mistakes in the data collection process, but overall, thank you for your efforts." This type of criticism contributes to the development of the individual and helps him learn faster, so it must be taken and accepted in a sporting spirit and seek to benefit from it. 5 effective ways to deal with criticism. I will mention only 2. First, always be prepared to criticize. As we mentioned at the beginning of the video, our lives are not without criticism, and we must be exposed to it at some point in our lives. So, as with various situations around you, prepare yourself to receive some negative feedback about your performance, whether at work, at home, or elsewhere, by following these steps. Imagine if you had the ability to go back specifically to that situation. How would you deal with it this time? Reimagine the situation several times in your head in such a way as to ensure you get the result you wanted. Always remember that criticism is not always aimed at attacking and frustrating you. Perhaps the reason behind it is to help you grow and develop in your work and life. Every time you are criticized, start by identifying its type. After making sure that it is constructive criticism, follow the steps I mentioned to get the most benefit from it. If it turns out to be destructive criticism, ignore it, because having a discussion with a critic who seeks to destroy you is nothing but a losing battle. That is useless. We got to the end of the video. Tell me if the video was useful in the comments. Adam was with you. Goodbye.